I'm Jennifer. Today I have some fun little low-carb snacks and treats. I can't wait to share them with you, but before I do, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I have my oven preheating to 350 and I'm going to get busy making some pizza bowls. I have cottage cheese here and I have pre-oiled these little dishes with some olive oil, and I'm just going to take this cottage cheese and put in the bottom of each one of these little dishes. After you've spread out the cottage cheese, just take some pizza sauce and pour it right over the top of the cottage cheese. Now spread that out as well. You can put on as much or little as you'd like. After you spread out the sauce, it's time for some Italian seasoning. We'll add on some mozzarella cheese, some pepperoni, some pre-cooked ground sausage, and I'm going to add a couple of jalapeno slices to 2 of these for my husband. You can add whatever toppings or seasonings, anything you like and enjoy on your pizza will be perfect with these pizza bowls. One last thing I love on my pizza bowls, grated Parmesan cheese. For this recipe, you can use cottage cheese or ricotta cheese. Now into the oven at 375 for 30 minutes. The pizza bowls just came out of the oven. They smell wonderful. I cannot wait to have these for dinner this evening. I'm going to let them sit at least 10 minutes before serving. We are going to make some Parmesan cheese snacks. I have Parmesan cheese here that's grated, and I'm just going to put it in little piles on my Silpat baking sheet. You could also use parchment paper or a sprayed tray. Once you get your little cheese piles put down, it's time to top them with something that you really love. I'm going to top some with pepperoni, and then I'm going to top some with some jalapeno pepper. These are sliced jalapenos that are from a jar. Now I'll add some more cheese on top, and I'll add a light sprinkle of Italian seasoning. Now off to the oven at 350 until these are baked and golden brown. The Parmesan cheese snacks are out of the oven. Depending on the size will depend on how long you need to bake them. Mine took about 8 minutes. I'll let these cool right here on the tray. I'm going to get busy making some pepperoni chips. I'm going to bake these in the oven. I have 2 layers of parchment paper here, and I'll just take my pepperonis and put them right on the parchment paper in a single layer. And I have a Silpat underneath, but this isn't necessary. I'll bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. I'll take them out and cool them on the tray and blot them with a paper towel to get off the extra grease. You can use a paper towel and blot the extra grease, or you can lay them on a clean paper towel. Another way to make pepperoni chips is just to take a paper plate and lay down 2 layers of paper towel. Lay the pepperoni out on the paper towel. Now off to the microwave for 45 to 60 seconds. After 1 minute in the microwave, our pepperonis are really nice and crispy. We are going to make some wonderful little air-fried, low-carb chicken nuggets. I have some chicken breast here, and I'm just going to cut it into some little chunks. I'll take these little chunks and toss them into a bowl. Now that we have our chicken cut up, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on, and then I'm going to toss the chicken in the olive oil. I have about a pound of chicken here, so I'm going to add some garlic powder, about a 1/4 teaspoon, about a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and about 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. I'm also going to add just a little bit of salt. Now I'll toss the chicken again. I'm going to toss this chicken in some almond flour. I'm going to lightly spray our air fryer pan with some olive oil spray. And now I'll add in the chicken nuggets. I'm going to spread these out so that they don't stick together. We'll put our chicken nuggets in the air fryer on 400 for 15 to 20 minutes. Halfway through the cooking time, be sure to stop and shake your chicken nuggets around and then put them back in to finish cooking. Here are the chicken nuggets. They look so good and tasty. They'll be really great with one of my favorite low-carb, sugar-free sauces. You can serve these with your favorite sauce. It is time to put together our peanut butter cookies. I have 1 egg in this bowl and I'm just going to whisk it up until it's mixed really well. I'm going to add in 1 cup of peanut butter. This is creamy peanut butter. You could also use chunky peanut butter. I'll just start folding this into the eggs. Just start folding the peanut butter into the eggs. Now we're going to pour in a 1/2 cup of sugar-free sweetener. We'll start folding this in and then we'll get it all mixed up together really well. Now that our peanut butter dough is all mixed up, I'm just going to take a small scoop and just start scooping some little peanut butter cookies right onto my silpat. You can roll these around to make them nice and smooth. Once you get your cookies rolled into a ball, you can either press them down with a fork and make the traditional peanut butter cookie design, or you can add some sugar-free chocolate chips right in the top. This makes for a wonderful little tasty bite of peanut butter chocolate. Our peanut butter cookies are all ready to put in the oven. We'll bake these at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. After about 12 minutes, I just took the peanut butter cookies out of the oven. I'm going to let them sit to cool right here on the pan. I'm going to make a super easy dessert with sugar-free Jell-O. Just pour your package of sugar-free Jell-O into a bowl. This is the 0.3 ounce size. You'll need 1 cup of really hot or boiling water. Pour it right in on top of the Jell-O and just stir it until it's completely dissolved. Once all the powder's dissolved, it's time to pour in a cup of really cold ice water. I usually add a couple of ice cubes to make sure it's good and cold. Just stir that in really well and the ice cubes will melt. I love to use these little single-sized Pyrex bowls to put the Jell-O in because then I can stack them in the refrigerator and take them out as needed. They're a really great snack or a really great sugar-free dessert. I usually fill them about half full and then I'll set them in the refrigerator, and once they're set up, I'll put the lids on. Once our Jell-O is set, we'll put the lids on and then we can stack our Jell-O. For this recipe, we only need 2 ingredients, cottage cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning, or you could use another seasoning of your choice. I'm just going to take a scoop and just start scooping the cottage cheese right out onto a silpat. You could also use a parchment lined tray. Make sure to leave room in between because these will spread. These cottage cheese bites are so delicious. I'm going to do some of these with paprika. I really like paprika with cottage cheese. I'll do some with black pepper and some with everything but bagel seasoning. Now we'll get these to the oven. The oven is preheating at 350. We'll bake these in the oven for 30 minutes. They are so nice and chewy and delicious. Be sure to keep these stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Now we're going to make some wonderful, delicious little bagel bites. These bagel bites take 1 cup of almond flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt, which is the equivalent to the 5.3 ounce container, and we're going to use some everything but bagel seasoning. We'll just pour our almond flour in a bowl and our baking powder, and then we'll go ahead and add our Greek yogurt. We'll go ahead and get these 3 ingredients mixed up. This recipe is so easy and so fun. It's really great to take it in your lunch or to have a little side for breakfast with your eggs in the morning, or to put in a little box or container and take with you on a road trip. Once you get your dough mixed up, just start kneading it with your spatula. Just press it down, turn it over, and just keep kneading the dough. Using this scoop, I'm going to make a ball and just roll it around. Then I'm going to put it right in our anything but bagel seasoning and toss it all around until it's completely covered. Once I get all of the little balls made and rolled in the seasoning, I'll put them on a parchment or silpat lined tray. Now off to the preheated oven, 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. I used the salt-free seasoning so it wouldn't be too salty. Our wonderful little bagel bites are out of the oven. They smell so good. This will be such a nice little treat to have along with my eggs in the morning at breakfast. And here is the little bagel bite. And these are the wonderful, delicious, low-carb recipes we made today. They're the perfect snack, perfect treat, or perfect dessert. I hope you give some of these recipes a try. They're super easy, super delicious, and super fun. They're perfect for snacks, taking with you, or just sharing with friends. I would be so happy if you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.